day 35 of culinary school. So today, right off the bat, I gotta tell y'all, don't feel so happy about my performance today. I don't feel particularly proud of the products that I put out, but I try to remind myself again, it's a learning experience, and you try to just take what you can get and move on and try to be better next time. And I'll definitely know what to look for moving forward. But yeah, today, with all that being said and that being caveated, today was actually a really, really fun day. A day that I sort of looked forward to because of the things we were making. Braised short ribs is one of my favorite dishes. We got to make that. We actually did that as a group, and we threw that into a pressure cooker. So right here, here. So this is my on my station. We just browned some short ribs. Another guy on my group also browned some of the beautiful short ribs that we got. We also obviously marinated it in red wine and veal stock to make our beautiful braised short ribs. Braised short ribs, if you guys don't know, is one of my favorite, if not my favorite dish. I like it either the Asian style braised in soy sauce or the French style braised in red wine. I mean, you can't go wrong. They're probably my favorite part of the steak or the cow. So just such a delicious cut, and I just love it. Particularly braised at a longer period of time, maybe not in a pressure cooker. The pressure cooker situation was just to really illustrate the slow braising method versus the pressure cooker method, and the positives, the cost benefits of both. So this one, obviously, it's much faster, but with a slower process, you're extracting so much more flavor. The short rib is actually marinating in the liquid for much longer, and you're just again extracting and taking out just so much flavor when you're doing it in a slower process, and you're allowing the meat to absorb all those flavors. So to me, that was really fun. I'll show you guys later on how my braised short ribs turned out. We also did polenta from scratch. Obviously, I did mine on stovetop, and the ratio that chef wanted us to do it in was 6-1. And so yeah, that was sort of our polenta. I'll show you that as well. I had to actually start over on my polenta because I left it on the pot and it overcooked. That's just more practice for me. I got it right the second time around, which is really nice. I made sure to really take my time and make sure that, that the polenta was cooked nicely. So I actually went to chef and asked him, hey, do I need to cook this down even more? And he said, yes, cook this down even more, add a little bit of liquid. But eventually I got there. When you're making these things for the first time around, you're sort of like, you're watching some videos as a reference before a class, but really, because it's your first time, you're learning as you go. So that's a great thing and a bad thing. It's a great way to learn, but also it's a great way to fuck things up. So yeah, polenta today, and then we did a sweet and sour turnip, and we did that tornade. And then we also grinded our own leftover trim from the tenderloin. We also got some trim from a couple of pieces of bacon. So tenderloin, bacon, and I believe it was brisket. So we had 3 types of meat in there. It was a nice combination of each one. Nice fattiness from the bacon, nice lean meat from the tenderloin, and nice, like a little bit of both from the brisket to make this really beautiful ground beef. So let me show you guys the ground beef. So this is a ground beef. We went straight into the grinder with all those things. I chopped everything up and kind of mixed it all together, threw it in the grinder to make sure that was there, and we made our burgers from there. This was so after we browned the short ribs, we collected all the ingredients for the short ribs. The guy across from me actually worked on this for the most part, and I was trying to help out as much as I could. But that was the short rib version. I'm sorry, just as you can see, it's in the pressure cooker already. You got some mirepoix with tomato paste in there. Red wine, veal stock. You've got your sachet ingredients. You got parsley, thyme, and bay leaves. You can't go wrong with this dish. You really, really can't. If you ever want a dish that is just foolproof, I believe this is it. This is just one of those dishes that I always want to have on my day off. So definitely would recommend doing this dish either in a pressure cooker or doing it in the oven to braise. So that was it. And then I talked about the grinding of the beef to make our burgers, and this is how my burger came out. He asked for his, so we actually had to make burgers for our partner. I made some caramelized onions and also a pan reduction sauce. I also made him French fries that I blanched and then finished off again. So twice fried French fries. They were a bit overcooked because the oil, I left the oil on and it was just simply too hot, and it just burned, not burned, but like I would say, it's overcooked. There's no way around it. And I definitely let the fire go too long. And then how his burger came out, it was actually on the more rare side. It was definitely undercooked, and I just felt terrible. Obviously, I finished it off and sauteed it to make sure that it was cooked completely, but I felt just super shitty because, it was him that I was serving, my partner. And it feels bad because I feel bad because you do it for someone else. If it was for me, no biggie. And I feel like I did pressure myself to make a perfect burger, and there's no way around that, right? Like you just, it was a simple order too. It was like he added Swiss, mushrooms, and mayonnaise and the burger, and I fucked it up and I feel terrible. And I in fact texted him after class. I was like, yo man, I'm so sorry I fucked up on the burger. It just didn't feel like it just felt super terrible. And I mean, I can go on and on. It doesn't feel good when you fuck up a burger in culinary school. It makes you really, really question whether you should be in culinary school or not. Yeah. I just, God, I can continue on and on. And then to put the icing on the cake, this is the plating for my short ribs. Not the best plating at all. In fact, probably one of my worst. What I was going for here was, you can see I was trying to, originally I had polenta on the half sheet and then the short ribs to kind of 1/3 of the plate. And if I left it alone there and just put the sauce on top of the short ribs, I think I would have been great, but I didn't. I put the sauce for some reason on the polenta, and I fucked around with it, which is not what you should do. You should just fucking leave it, honestly. But I didn't do that, and it just, lesson learned, the simpler the better. The old adage, less is more, in this case would have been so much more beautiful. Just thinking about portions, thinking about plating. Let's see. I wish I plated this so much better, and I'm super disappointed in myself because I've made short ribs before, and there's been different times and different ways I've plated it, but just I can't stop thinking about the things that came undone and I did wrong today. The French fries, messing up on the polenta and starting over. I'm glad I started over on the polenta because I'd rather get it right the second time around. And chef did say that I did get that at least right. He also gave me some advice on plating. But yeah, just the French fries, the polenta, the burger, the plating, it just didn't feel like it was my day today. I really wish I can get the plating of this plate over, start over and just plate this more simply. It just is bothering the shit out of me. And yeah, I mean, I have to take that with a grain of salt and use that as lessons to move forward. But it felt like I've said so many times before, in the last 35 days, you know, when you mess up in culinary school, it feels like the end of the world. It really does. And there's no way forward but to just move forward. You know, I have no choice. It's either move forward or quit. And I don't want to quit. I want to be here. So, not my best day, but a lot learned nonetheless. Just making polenta for the first time was an experience. Making short ribs in a pressure cooker was an experience. Glazing tournée turnips was an experience. Grinding up your own burger and making that and undercooking it, I would argue, is an experience. Undercooking a burger, you're never gonna forget how an undercooked burger feels. Again, it doesn't feel good. I'm taking this one on the chin and I am going to move on. Before I leave, actually, I want to say also that we got to confit garlic. I at least did garlic. I at least confit my garlic. A lot of garlic, but so flavorful. I can't get over how delicious the garlic was. I'm gonna do this again for sure, but definitely would recommend. I would recommend actually doing both, roast your garlic and confit your garlic, because both extract so much flavor. So I added that confit garlic to my polenta, which just added such a depth of flavor that garlic does to anything. So with that being said, my dog is over there playing with his toy, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you all, two of you, for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys next time. Peace. Bye.